Dave.
I'm Ranger Dave, Ranger Brian,
Ranger Kristen.
Ranger Kristen, and the man with the camera is Ranger Mike.
And we're all volunteers with the Forest Service.
Yeah.
Some of us are so old, I remember the first time I skied here, it was $5 a lift ticket.
Oh.
Falling on top of anybody you're bidding here to get So good morning, well, hi, how are you?
Morning.
So what grade?
Oh, sorry,
Fifth grade, all right, I like fifth graders. Yeah. So my name's Jim, this is Ron, Megan, this is Megan, and that's Ranger Mike. He's doing a training video today on how we do what we do. Not so much on how what you guys do, but how we do what we do. So welcome to Mt.Bachelor. How many of you been up? There you go. How's that feel? Too tight? Sure? Okay. Toe, yep, good. You just want to make sure your toe isn't so close to that bar in the front that it trips you up.
So, once you get those snowshoes down in front of you, I like to get on one knee and get that right foot in there, or left, whatever you're starting with. So here's the deal. There's a heel strap that you do not want to step on. You get your boot. You want to move your boot up to that little plastic space and then put 2 fingers between that plastic and your top of your boot and start.
Okay, we'll make a circle right here. So follow me. We'll make a small circle.
Okay, there's some things we gotta kind of watch out for, and one of them we don't see a lot of today because all the snow melted. And that is the snow that sits on top of these branches, so if you look where I'm pointing here, it's not it. What's that?
Headache.
A headache, because it falls on your head, it's gonna hurt. No, it's called a snow bomb. So when we stop, we always look to make sure we got clear sky above us.
Tree walls are the circles around the trees. They do not pack down like they do like we're standing on. Okay, so it's very dangerous if you go up to hug a big tree or something. You can go down in that tree wall. And some of these will be very deep today because we have about 9 feet of snow that you're standing on.
Okay, what we have here is, and we're going to have other rangers talk a little bit as they see fit, but we are in a old growth forest. And the reason
I need a couple of kids here to
With shovels.
make a nice shape to it. Who have gloves on? Okay, you two, you kind of make a nice Mt.Bachelor for me. Squish it down a little bit. Excellent. Beautiful Mt.Bachelor. So what do we know about Mt.Bachelor that we just learned?
Actually, give it more.
You know, it's a volcano. And running down the slope, it all soaks into Mt.Bachelor. So you can imagine, it isn't a sponge, but you can imagine it as a big sponge with lots of air holes in it from cracks and crevices and the porous rock. And the water flows down through Mt.Bachelor.
How many people have been to the Old Mills section of Bend? Yeah, that's where the mills used to be, and they'd float it down the river to the mill. As they worked their way up the mountains and found these mountain,
I'm enjoying myself.
Okay. Don't mind him. Found these mountain hemlocks. They would cut them down, and they wanted to float them down the river. Only they.
What we'd like to do out here is talk about our ecological.
Don't back up, right?
Well, no, it's really kind of pleasant down there. I've done it twice today. When this snow melts, it's filtering through, and from this side of, there's a mountain over there called Tumalo. From this side of Tumalo over, all this snow is essentially going to fill Little Lava Lake and that environment, and that's where the Deschutes River begins. Then it flows south on its own. Then in the
Okay. Okay, now who's got the camera? Oh no, we don't have a camera? How can we take a picture? Who does? Well, the teacher has. Well, here,
I got a paper and pencil I can draw. You just have to stand still quite a while. Stick figures. The short-tailed weasels crawl along, and he sees one stick his head up. What do you think he does? He's about the same size as the toad. He goes down in the apartment house, and he doesn't knock on the door. He just comes in, and he might kill 5 or 6 of them, and then spend a week down there. He eats 1 a day, and then he comes back. So why do you think he doesn't eat 5 in 1 day?
So he can have more food.
That is true. He's trying to spread the food out because, you know, this is a pretty hard place to live. You think about it, how cold it is. Peter, how many inches?
It's just about 2.5.
So that's how much water you get. If you melt this snow, that's how much water you're going to get. And it makes a difference how new the snow is and how dense the snow is. You guys are probably, the skiers know about powder days, right? So if you did 6 inches of powder snow, you probably have less than half an inch of water because it's classes in California, Mount Tehama, Mount Shasta, and Medicine Lake. Raise your hand. So those are the Cascades in California. So start here with Mount McLaughlin. Raise your hand. You're digging at the same time.
try 2 hands.
So your depth of snow, first question,
Yeah, make it big.
205.
Big on top. There you go. There you go.
So Ron,
Okay, go ahead, dig away. That's it. Good job.
make a square.
You got a real digging crew here. Yeah, a little bit of an ice layer there. We're ready.
Number at the top. What's the number right at the top?
70.
70 centimeters. That goes on there. So now we're doing air temperature.
Stick it in sideways again, but make it so you can look at the numbers and read it. Okay? So any place near the top of the hole.
Seemed like it was warmer down bottom.
Warmer at the bottom. Why would it be warmer at the bottom?
Maybe because how we talked about how the deer mice and bull. under the
Right, because
snow.
the ground is warm. But remember, Ranger Jim said we had over 10 feet of snow here. So we're not anywhere near the bottom.
Have your deer ears on. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Now you guys can come find me. Catch him. Go get him. Go for it. Catch
Very good.
My name is Riley, and I learned that underneath all the snow there's deer mice and vole.
Excellent. Very good. He was listening.
What's going on?